Hey guys, what's up? Hi, hello. Welcome to another episode. And in this episode, which is episode number 2, we're going to talk about the stock market tools or the stock market setup that everyone needs when they start their journey in the stock market, right? So, till now, I've been teaching you how to get into the stock market. In the first video, we spoke about the mindset of an investor. Why are you here? I hope you've answered that question, right? Now, once you're here, everyone asks me this question that Shashank, I'm here, I'm ready now. I have this, 10,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees that I want to invest. How do I invest? Please help me out, Shashank, in this, right? Now, this video, I'm going to talk about all the different tools that you need to understand, to go through, to revise, to understand, just to get education from these tools before you even put 1 rupee in the market. Okay, then we'll come to the demat accounts and stuff like that. But first, you need to know these tools. So I would suggest that all of you start playing around with these tools, and I'm going to show you some of the tools as well. Okay, so let's look at that in the next segment. Man, I can't get enough of that intro. It's so good. Okay, so I'm going to directly jump into the presentation so that I don't waste your time as well. Okay, this is the top tools that you need to set up. Okay, now the first thing that everyone needs to do when they set up this is to start tracking the news. Okay, now news is very important. I would suggest start taking notes of all these news articles, the news sources, and start educating and start reading up on these, right? Now, the main news websites to crack for you guys, okay? I would say always look at LiveMint, okay? Look at Money Control, look at Economic Times, look at Financial Express, and look at Business Standards. These are the 5 generic finance news websites that everyone should track, including you. Okay, this is very important. But here we have another extra news that I put here. It's called FinShots. Okay, have you ever heard of FinShots? Right, I'll show you what FinShots is in a minute. Okay, this is FinShots. Okay, so FinShots basically talks about the news itself, talking about financial news, but slightly in a different manner. Okay, slightly in a different manner. मतलब इन लोग का news articles कैसा रहता है? I'll show you, right? They talk about, say, understanding the rise of Dixon technology. You know what Dixon is, right? Dixon Technologies was a company that recently announced a split. It went up to around 25,000 and then it came down. So it talks about, how the different business models of Dixon, etc. A beautiful analysis on each. It's like a different take on your analysis, right? Now, what you can also do is you can subscribe to that email ID. I'm not recommending, this is not some sponsored thing. So a lot of people keep thinking it's sponsored. This is not sponsored. This is just me trying to tell you what are the things that I personally use. Okay. You can use things which are different. That's completely fine. I'm only talking about what are the things that I use. Okay. So now, here, if you look at the briefs that they have, they keep talking about the income tax break, the stimulus packages that happen in the states, the nuclear deals that is happening, this constant pop-up that keeps coming on the right, and stuff like that. Okay, and they also have something known as infographics. Okay, which talks about a lot of other things as well. So you can go through this, mingle around in this segment, go through this, and then you will realize how to slowly understand how this entire market works. Okay, now, what are the demat accounts to open? Now, this is the question that everyone keeps asking me, right? Which demat account to open? Now, boss, I'll tell you what, there are so many demat account providers out there. Okay, I'll tell you what I use, but I'm also putting out stuff that is there for you guys. Now, apart from all the banks that give you the demat accounts, right? Like, for example, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, they all give you their own securities demat account. But I'll tell you what I personally use. I personally use Grow and I personally use Zerodha, right? Upstocks have not made an account because I don't like simply making more and more accounts. Grow because I get to invest in US stocks on Grow and also some kind of gold bullion that is there on Grow. And Zerodha because it's just easy for me to invest and the brokerage is quite low when it comes to Zerodha. So I usually use Zerodha and Grow for these 2 reasons. Okay. Now this is very important. Research tools. Okay. The first research tool that I recommend, okay, is Smallcase. Now let me show you what Smallcase is. Okay, going to their website. Now I've logged in. You can log in through their brokers and stuff like that. I've logged in. You click on Smallcase. This is the Smallcase that there's a video on Smallcase where I've invested in that. If you actually see the Smallcase, a lot of people keep asking me for the Smallcase review. I'll do it soon. But this was the Smallcases that we had invested, I think, on Feb 16th. So it's literally been almost 2 months and we're making really good returns on these 2, right? This is slowly catching up, but it's only 1,000 rupee investment. The 5,000 and the 30,000 have already given amazing returns. Okay, but again, let me go back to Smallcase and I'll tell you what it is in a quick format. Now, Smallcase is basically what? It's basically stocks only. It's your stocks itself. It's just stocks that you buy, but it's actually put into a theme. For example, Okay, Shashank, fast growth is not, that is mine. Let's go to Discover. Okay, now see, for example, ideal for new investors. Okay, or say budget 2021. You want to know what is happening in the budget, right? All the budgets that are all the stocks that are impacted by the budget, they put in the new small case, or they call it a case, and you can go buy it directly from your Zerodha or whatever your thing account is there, right? Now, say for example, Shashank, I'm looking at growth investing. Okay, I'll be like, cool. Okay, there are three small cases here. Now there's growth at fair price, there is naked trader, and there is this. So I want to know what is there in growth at fair price. So I go in it. 11,000 rupees is the minimum investment that you have to do. The CAGR is around 17%, which is not bad at all. Okay, I go to stocks and weights and I see what are the stocks that they have. Ambuja Cements, Alembic, and they have a weightage for it as well. Okay, I'm just doing it in a simple format. A detailed video I've already done. You can just go to YouTube and type Shashank Udupa small case, and then you click on invest now. But this is where I come, okay, to do a lot of discovery, to figure out. So what I usually do is I go to filters. Okay, not filters, sorry. I go to sort by. I do CAGR, which is compounded average annual growth rate. Basically, your growth rate on a year-to-year basis. I do a high to low. Okay, and then I see who's giving me awesome growth. Okay, now I'm looking at these people who's giving me awesome growth. If anyone gives me awesome growth, I'm like, okay, cool. This CanSlim model looks good. Let me go into this. Let me check the stocks and weights, and I'm like, okay, Affle India. Okay, very good. 1 month return 3, but then here I get the stocks that I want to do fundamental analysis of. Okay, Deepak Nitrite. Oh, great, returns. Wipro, not that much. I'm assuming in 1 month. Yeah, see 4%. But these are the stocks that I first find them here, and then I go do my own research on them as well. But I'll tell you where I do the own research as well. Okay, so now you saw what small case was. It's basically a theme-based stock search, right? It's not normal. It's just a theme-based stock search, which I usually use a lot. The next one is called Ticker Tape. Okay, this again I've done a detailed video on YouTube, but this video is on Ticker Tape. I'll show you what Ticker Tape is as well. Okay, so if you go back here, look at Ticker Tape. So Ticker Tape is nothing but you can just go put any stock you want. Okay, for example, I'll put the stuff that I usually track, which is say Deepak Nitrite. Okay, nitrite. Okay, so I go, this is a way where you can do fundamental analysis. You do a yearly chart. Okay, I'm seeing, okay, this is going up constantly. It's just beaten its year high as well. It gives a few things like, is it current price is more than the intrinsic value? Yes or no? The pro features talk about whether it's a good company, will it, is there a lot of debt for it to get defaulted in a bit? Then you have some forecasting that is done. Okay, how much returns can you expect from this? What is the analyst looking at? So 4 analysts have suggested a buy on this. So this is where you do a lot of research, right? There's revenue forecasting that you can do over here. You can also look at the financials of the company. Okay, everything's here. Company updates, investor presentation. By the way, this is very important, guys. Investor presentation. I'll come to that. Okay. Peers basically mean who are your competition. Okay, who's Deepak Nitrite's competition? What is the promoter holding? So basically you have everything. I want you guys to, after this video, go through this and figure out what's happening. Okay, I'm shooting this video live when the market is still on. It's around 1 almost 2 o'clock today. But I want you guys to go through them and see how it works out. Okay, the next one I'll show you. I don't have to go to the presentation. The next one I'll show you is called Trendline. Okay, Trendline is website number 3. Now, Trendline, why I go to Trendline is for 2 reasons. Okay, now Trendline has something that other people don't have, and that is something known as superstars. But now, who are the superstars? Right? You'll be asking, Shashank, kaun hai ye log, jo superstar log hai? These are the famous people called Radhakishan Damani, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, Rekha Jhunjhunwala's portfolio. But now, every time you try to find out what is Rakesh Jhunjhunwala holding, you have to go to Google and news and find out Rakesh Jhunjhunwala portfolio, right? So I'm saying don't do all that. I'll tell you something better. Come here, click on superstars, and you can actually see all the superstars here. Now, what I usually do from a discoverability perspective, because even I want to know what's trending in the market, right? Now, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, when he buys something, is always news because he's very big. He has 16,000 crores net worth, right? But I like to look at the players who want to become like Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, okay, who's 3rd, 4th, 5th. So the guy who's number 1 is already at number 1 and he's enjoying that position. But all the people who are at number 2, number 3, number 4, they want to become number 1. They want to become the next bull. So they will do left, right, center, find out damn good stocks and stuff like that and try to beat the big bull, right? So I look at all the other guys. So for example, we have Ashish Dhawan. Okay, let me go inside and show you Ashish Dhawan's portfolio. So once you come inside Ashish Dhawan's portfolio, it shows you something like this, right? It shows you all the stocks that he's holding. Okay, all the stocks that he's holding here on the left, shows you how his graph has been going, and it'll also tell me if I change this, right? It also tells me if he's bought something new. So as of now, he's not bought anything new. So let's go back. Let's look at Ashish Kacholia. He's quite famous and I track this guy a lot. So He's reduced his holding in Acrisil. Okay, he just bought Acrisil recently. He just reduced his holdings. If you want to check it out, you can see there'll be something called this. Yeah. So see this holding percentage. He's bought. He has Vishnu Chemicals, Apollo Pipe, Acrisil, ADF Foods, Kaplan Point, IOL Chem, etc., etc. You can see all the stocks that these people own, right? And some of them are really good stocks. For example, Vibe Global is doing really well. You look at Abacus Fund. Okay, see what is Sunil Singhania doing. So here as well, he's decreased his holdings in Root Mobile, but he's increased it in Technocraft Industry and so many home automation. Now, half of these things you wouldn't have heard, right? You would have been like, Shashank, what are these new stocks? I've not even heard of this. It's fine. When you come across such new things, it's always good to do little more experiment. Now look at this. So many home automation, right? Abacus Fund Growth One. Current price is at 284 and he's bought 72 crores worth of this. 72 crores worth. That means he's just bet more on this. So I'm assuming that if this guy has done his research, he has a team doing research and he's trying to understand something which maybe I don't know. So I'll immediately take this stock. So many home automation. Okay, go to ticker tape. So many home innovation, not automation, sorry. Okay, wow. It's at upper circuit right now. If you guys look at this, it's at upper circuit. Again, I want to look at 1 month first. Okay, up, down, nothing great movement. 1 year, okay, quite a significant movement. Okay, it's gone up almost 3 times from October 12 to now. Okay, if you look at the max chart, okay, it's at its all-time high right now. That's how you start evaluating. Okay, once I've seen all that, I will be like, okay, cool. Now I just want to directly check the financials. I don't care about, say, forecasting. I want to check about the financials. See how the financials are moving, right? Almost the same in both years right now. Stuff like that. I just look at the profit, the total revenue that's coming in, the EBITDA margins. So the margins have actually decreased in FY20. I only look at fundamentally good stocks. Okay, if the stock is fundamentally good, so I see this, I'm like, okay, let me come back to this. I'm not too excited about this, so let me go back to trend line. Okay, and then I literally, guys, so what I do when usually on the weekends, okay, Saturday, Sunday, I just open all these tabs, including Vijay Kedia, right? Because he does some small investments which no one finds out and then suddenly becomes a very big company. So I tried, like, for example, I was tracking one of the company that he had, was called Innovative Robo, and even this, right? Innovators Systems, right? This also has gone up a lot. So I keep tracking him as well. So basically, I just look at what everyone's doing. Okay, I look at what Rakesh is anyway public news, right? Everyone knows what Rakesh Jhunjhunwala is doing. But we need to see what other people are doing as well. Okay, and you should always filter by holding value to understand what he's serious about. See Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, for example, Titan. Okay, he still holds 7,200 crores of Titan. He still has 47 lakh shares of Titan till now. And he's been keeping this from a very long time. Okay, and these are all the stocks that he owns right now. There are some failures. Look at this. Okay, there are some failures. So even Rakesh Jhunjhunwala is allowed to make mistakes. That's completely fine. But he has more successes to prove it under his belt. Got it? Awesome. Now, the another company that I usually come to is to check more detailed analysis is Screener. Okay. Now, for example, when I do, say, Deepak. Okay. I go to Screener and I check out Deepak. Look at this. 3-year, 5-year chart. We all saw this. This is all public knowledge. But here what I can see is I can see a lot of quarterly reports here. Okay, so I can see how in COVID time it went down, but in December it's back up. Okay, and it's back better than the last December quarter. Okay, then I go look at the EBITDA margin. Okay, look at the profit before tax. Better. Yes, definitely better than December. Currently, good. What is the net profit? 217 and last December it was at 157. Okay, great. So that means this time it's better. EPS growth, amazing EPS growth, 11 to 15, and it's constantly growing. So I always look at growth trends, okay? Assuming this June you leave because of COVID, right? From 6 rupees in 2019 quarter, March quarter, till next March it's gone from 6 to 12, and now it's already gone from 12 to 15. Maybe the next one it'll close at 18. This shows a fundamentally strong company which operates at good margins of 27-25%, constantly maintaining 25 to 27% in a nice market. Always look at 4 to 5 years of growth. Say for example, sales 1373, 1371, 16, good growth. 27, even better growth. 4230, much better growth. Right? You can always predict the growth like that. Okay. You can also add. For example, I know, for example, this is 4230. Now this is at 1200 plus another 1000, which is 2600 pe abhi hai. Okay, maybe another 1200 might come. 3000, almost 4000 crores it should hit. So this is why I come here to find a detailed analysis on the profit and loss. I can understand what is happening under the sales, what is happening under expense, what is the cost that is increasing. So look at this. I automatically understand from March 19 that employee cost was 7% and here it's 5%. So there's some savings in the employee cost. This is how you look at. Okay, that is the reduction in material cost. Okay, that is a reduction in manufacturing cost. So this is how you figure out. So that means the sales have gone up, but the proportion of the expenses haven't gone up. So this is how you make a detailed analysis on this. Okay, cool. Then we have balance sheet where you can look at the share cap, okay, which has the equity cap and the reserves. We will do all this detailed analysis later. I'm just showing you how to use the websites. Okay, now sorry, Trendline, one more thing I use. I said two things, right? One was Superstars, and the second thing what I do is let's take a bank like HDFC Bank. Okay, I'll show you what I use this for. Trendline also gives you something called reports. Now this is a thing that I love looking at. Okay, reports basically gives me so much information. These are research reports. For example, see, there's a research report recently by Nirmal Bang. Okay, there's a research report on HDFC Bank by Karvi. Okay, this was done on Jan 28th. So if you open the report, this is how it will look. So it will basically tell you, the entire research report will tell you what the current price of HDFC was on Jan 28th, what is the target price Karvi is recommending that it should go up to, and why it should go up to this. So they're talking about how HDFC Bank's performance was a beat on all counts, etc. They talk about each and every detail of the bank, break down the entire bank's revenue segments, how are they making, how much are they making, every single thing. Now this is for a bank. But if you say, Shashank, I don't want a bank, show me some other company, it has it for any company, right? Let's look at, say, for example, not any company, depends on the company if someone's covering it. Okay, reports means some big institution should cover it. Now see, for example, ACC Cement is very big. Okay, so let me look at this. So it talks about how strategic expansion, capacity expansion and efficiency is improving and accelerating the market share and stock returns of ACC. And what they're predicting is a 17% upside. The current price was 1788 and the target price is 2100, and they did this on 19th Feb. The best way to check this out is to go to Money Control and check did it actually happen. But sometimes it does it here as well. Price at recommendation, target price. Okay, now this is the price at when they recommended 1747. The target price is 2100. This is what they had predicted. You can just go directly to, say, moneycontrol.com. Okay, and just put ACC and see it's at 1952. It's already gone up from the time they recommended, which was 28th Feb. 19th Feb is when they recommended. It was at 1747. Now it is automatically at 1953. So that means a good recommendation. It's gone up. So this is how you find out a lot of things, right? So these are the few amazing things that we look at. And the final website, my most favorite website, and I love this website. Okay, this website's called Value Picker. Okay, it's an amazing website. I love it, and I'll tell you why I love it, right? Value Picker is a place where you can go find out all the information about different companies in detail. Okay, in beautiful detail. For example, look at this. Let's look at Granules India, for example. Okay, any stock that I'm tracking, I try to come here and look at what's happening. Okay, so look at this. There's articles from, it's a forum, right? It's there from July 2012. I'll go directly to the recent one, which was 3 hours ago. So they talk about Granules, and these are people in the community, experts in the community, talking about their own things. They keep talking about, see how they talk about paracetamol. This is the Gland Pharma ED discusses hike in paracetamol price. They track everything. These are normal people like me and you, but all smart people. Okay, and these are things that you wouldn't do by yourself, you wouldn't understand by yourself, but this is a beautiful way for you to understand. Okay, apart from this, you can go to, there are some people also you can follow, like for example, the very famous guy here is called Hitesh Portfolio, right? This guy, very famous guy. Okay, you see his thing is always trending, and he's very smart. He keeps talking about a lot of new sectors going up, going down. So I think you should look at this guy as well. See, not tracking Syngene, Jubilant now, HDFC Limited. He talks about a lot of things. I also track another guy called Vikas Sinha. I'm just showing you what I do, right? This guy. Okay, this guy has something known as the anti-portfolio. And he's also a very firm believer of Laurus Labs. So if you look at his anti-portfolio, this is the stocks that he's holding right now, and he tells you why he's holding each. And he's been doing this from Feb 2020, right? It's almost been a year, and he keeps putting out his performance. So there's no way to hide. You can't edit this, right? There's no way to hide. He's been showing it every time. 1 year anniversary post, a picture can explain better. This is what happened in the past 1 year, and this is how his portfolio has grown in the last 1 year from here to here. Okay. So he's doing a beautiful, his portfolio is doing a lifetime return of 25 kg, which he's very happy about. Okay, this is just, I'm just saying you what all I usually track. Now let's look at some educational resources on YouTube. Okay, I will do one thing. I will share this presentation with you so that you can check it out later. But let's look at education resources on the YouTube side. So the first thing that I recommend is to look at CA Rachana Ranade. Okay, not a lot of people say that, oh, Rachana Ranade is your competition, this and that. I don't look at stuff like that. She's doing a great job. I, in fact, look at a lot of her videos and try to get some inspiration and try to learn a lot of things. Like, for example, her Barbecue Nation IPO. She does a lot of IPO reviews, but she has a lot of basic videos as well, which I usually track a lot. Okay, so she is something that you should definitely watch. Apart from that, Grow also puts in a lot of videos. Okay, and I'm also here. See, beautiful me. I'm also here. So Grow puts in a lot of videos that you can also watch. And here there are some videos on the stocks. It's always good to keep a track of the market right now. So there's always some good stocks to watch. And apart from that, you can look at other videos that I keep putting up once in a while on industry research. Okay. Wow, this has got 80K views. Not bad. So this is another website that you can use. Another YouTube channel that is very underrated is something called as SOIC. Okay. Extremely underrated. Okay, School of Intrinsic Compounding, very underrated. This guy barely puts out any videos, but when he puts out the videos, it's amazing. Okay, so you should definitely go because the amount of research he does is insane. Okay, then we have our Avalon Meta Live. For all the people who know Avalon Meta, I keep putting out videos over here. So what you can do is you can check out all my videos that are there on World of Finance. I keep putting out videos like this. Now I've taken a small break, but I will definitely come back. But this is beautiful information for you guys to learn. Okay, now apart from that, I'm going to show you some educational resources when it comes to learning. So Zerodha Varsity is a place where you can go learn for free in Hindi and English if you guys prefer whatever, right? So this is a place where you can go learn for free always. There's a lot of resources here. Nowadays, you can learn a lot of things for free. Grow has a financial education hub where you can learn a lot of things for free. Look at this. Okay, lot of things. Free ka gyan. Grab it while you can. Okay. Debt funds, hybrid funds, mutual funds, everything. Don't worry, I'm also going to teach you all this, but just look at this, how it is, right? You have everything. And the last but not least, there's another thing where I used to learn a lot before all these companies came out was Kotak University. Now, Kotak Securities has a university where they talk about equity, derivatives, mutual fund, and they have everything. What is a liquid fund? What is NAV? What is mutual fund? If you click on what is a mutual fund, it takes you into this advantages, how to choose, and then you can directly go to the next chapter. Some of the websites don't work as of now, but some of them definitely do. Okay, for example, see, I clicked on next. It takes a lot of time to load. It's slightly slow, but again, boss, free ka resource, it's always good to learn from these free ka resource. Okay, now let me go back to main. Cool. Now I hope from all this, right, you've understood these are the basic things that you require to start and set up your stock market. Okay, before you enter the stock market, start reading up on all these things, especially during the weekend. This is what I do during the weekend, right? Saturday, Sunday is me sitting and learning about the stock market in and out. So it is always good to understand the stock market in and out. It's always good to start learning about all these things. Get familiar with the tools that everyone uses. There are other tools that come in the technical side, which I'll show you much later. We don't have to get confused about it. But again, these are some tools that I personally use and I love it. So this is something that you can do. Okay, so I hope you guys like this video. Again, if you have more videos for me to do, please put it in the comment section below and I will love it. I will enjoy it so I can understand what you guys are looking at and I can start coming out and making videos that you guys want instead of me coming and doing videos that I think should be there for you guys. Okay, what I'm going to do is for this Saturday video, I'm not going to put a personal finance video out. I'm going to put a video out on mutual funds because a lot of people are asking, can you explain mutual funds? Can you explain index funds, ETFs, etc.? I'm going to start a parallel series of basics to stock market is to hai, but I'm also going to start a parallel series of basics to mutual fund as well. So I'll start teaching you both of the things in parallel. Cool. I hope that helps. Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you for your time. I hope I didn't take too much of your time. I'm sorry if I did. Okay, but enjoy, have fun, and see you soon.